I recently bought the worst VT Commodore in Australia. I bought it from the auctions looking like this. And it was way worse than I thought, and I almost got rid of this thing. The damage was so bad that I had this thing booked in to get picked up by the wreckers, but then I met Shane.
Although not a panel beater by trade, Shane definitely knows his way around a hammer and a dolly. He helped me bring this sorry looking Commodore back to life. Hours of grinding, welding, hammering, slowly transformed this car that had 1 foot in the grave.
Every single panel on the passenger side was completely cooked. The door, the fender, the bumper, the headlight, and it even smashed into the cabin. And even though I replaced all the panels and repaired all the damage, there are still a few hidden problems under the hood that we need to get addressed. And after those are fixed, I'm going to show you what the VT Commodore is all about. Would you look at that? Back at the wreckers again with Shane. Shane can't get enough of me. But we're back at the blue VT because it is time for a few finishing touches. Obviously, the bodywork is all good, but we still need to grab a few things that got damaged in the accident, such as a driver's side airbag. Definitely need that. And a little trim on the side where the ECU goes. So I'm gonna start taking that apart really quick because it's starting to rain. Luckily, it's just a T25 security bit. T30 actually. Oh yeah? Beautiful, look at that. Same color and everything.
A lot of the times brake lines get it nice and tight on there so it's not half hanging off, and then shock it. Yep, there you go. Shock treatment.
Shock treatment. More shock treatment.
Shock treatment. Best way when it's something loose.
Yep. Just grabbing a few last bits from another car. This is the haul so far. Got the side trim, got whatever this is, airbag, brake line, ECU tray. But look at this VT. Look at these mods, man. Never seen that before. I don't want to stereotype VT owners because I own one now, but that is right on par with what I was expecting. So Shane and I are back from the wreckers, and if you guys remember this in the last video, then you'd know that that is a big problem and we need to fix that. So ironically, it's actually on the driver's side. Obviously this subframe that's in the car now got pulled out of an unknown kilometer VT, and obviously the radius arm bush is completely toast. So luckily we've got my mint, well not mint, but low kilometer subframe here. I'm just going to swap that whole thing in.
There we go, decent.
So it's this one, right?
Yep, still in very good condition.
Beautiful. Well, this thing only has 130,000 kilometers on it, so I don't know how many this thing had, this subframe, but I was fully planning on buying a whole new bush kit, but luckily don't have to. So while Shane's doing the caster arm bushes and the caster arm on that side, I'm going to whip this wheel off and chuck the brake line in that we just got from the wreckers. Alright, well here's the bush. You reckon you press it out with your hands?
Close to. Yeah, it's not the best.
No, that is proper flogged.
Yeah.
No wonder the wheel was moving that much. I really didn't think it was that bad. Shane did warn me though. Pair to pair. That's the flogged.
Snug one, nice and tight one.
Yeah, you don't want your holes to be loose, do you?
Not at all.
No, it's not fun, is it? Now this car is somehow a parts car. Alright, time to sort this mess out. The new airbag. Look at that. You guys like my styrofoam in the bag? Classic fucking Holden shit.
Get the carpet out of the way.
Well, that's how we know that Shane's molded the floor correctly. The styrofoam in the bag tells 1,000 stories. Alright, let's get the steering wheel airbag off. Interior is coming together nicely. Got the new airbag in. Shane's just working on the whole glove box and carpet situation. But yeah, this car has progressed quite a lot. I'm very happy with the progress. Just got the brakes bled up as well. And what else did we do? The caster arm, that's all done. So it should drive mint. When I drove it around yesterday, it felt
really smooth. The gearbox, the engine felt really healthy. So yeah, maybe I'll keep it as a little cruiser, but gotta see.
Now, as you can see, the car is basically done. Like the interior is done, as you just saw, the bodywork is done. There's only a couple more things that Shane wants to do to align these panels a bit better. But now there's a little bit more engine work that needs to be done, which I wasn't planning on doing, but I figured I may as well do it. You know, it's giving the car the best chance of survival. And that is, of course, this. Now, if you don't know what this is the notorious inlet manifold gasket, which fails on these and it ends up mixing oil with coolant or vice versa. So what's going on with this thing is exactly that. Now, it's not too bad now, but when I first bought this car, this cap was covered in sludge and it's just starting to go on this thing and I feel really bad leaving it like that. So I may as well do it. So let's get onto that.
Now, this was my first time doing a valley gasket on an Eco, so excuse me if I did some things the wrong way. But the first thing I removed was the alternator to free up some room before I got onto removing all parts of the intake plenum. If you didn't know, the Ecotec and the Buick was originally designed to be used in a front-wheel drive car in America. So when Holden decided to slap one into a Commodore, they really overcomplicated everything, hence why the intake plenum comes off in 3 parts. But once I took all the plenum parts off and freed up all the coolant components in front of the motor, it revealed the intake valley, which had definitely seen better days.
So as you can see, both the upper, middle plenums are off. I'm just taking this off, which has now freed up the little pipe that goes into the thermostat housing, which then goes into this plenum thing, the lower plenum. Once this is off, I can lift this up. I've already undone all the bolts and hopefully it should come off no issues. But I have noticed a lot of those bolts have been contaminated with oil and coolant. So that would indicate, yep, that's definitely leaking. So let's get this off. And of course, instead of pulling the nuts off, it's pulling the whole stud out with it. And there we are. One, whatever the fuck this is.
Do you mean it just catches on that one bolt here?
Yeah, I see what you mean. There we go. Oh, what? Wait up. Yeah, there you go. All right, this is what it looks like. So, as you can see here, there is the problem. There is a lot of oil and coolant mixed there. And then obviously over here is all blown out. Same with this. At the end of the day, it is a plastic gasket, so heat is just gonna destroy over time. Even though this engine is very low kilometers, it's obviously just gonna fail with heat cycles. So a lot of people do upgrade to the metal mace ones, but I'm not gonna bother because this is just gonna be a nice little runaround if I decide to keep it, that is. But yeah, I figured, you know, may as well. It literally looks like a miniature LS. Like even with the whole the lifter buckets here and stuff. Pretty cool. Sweet. That is just straight crud. So Shane just advised me to put some RTV in these corners here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then once we put the gasket plates on in those corners too. So we'll do that.
So after all the surfaces were cleaned up, gasket maker was applied, Shane put those rubber pieces in, and the lower portion of the plenum was able to be put back on. And then it was just a matter of bolting all the pieces of plenum together, as well as a few various cooling components on the front of the motor, and we were done.
All right, so everything is back together. All the plenum things are on, the accessories are on, everything at the front. Just need to figure this stuff out. So there's obviously a little bit of oil in there. It's really not that bad, but I bought some radiator flush just before I chuck coolant back in it. So I'm gonna put some of this in, run it with just straight water for a bit, let the thermostat open up, and then we'll put some proper coolant in. All right, work is all done. Let's see if this thing starts. So as you can see, the Commodore is basically done. Well, it's not basically, it is done. It's as good as I can get it. Off camera, I put on the side skirt. Nothing really too crazy, that's why I didn't film it, but that's on now. Now, since all the suspension work has been done, over here we got new sway bar end links, we got a new tie rod end, and also if you didn't see the end of the last video, this radius arm bush was completely munted, so I've replaced that too. So theoretically the car should drive mint now. I've only really moved it in and out. I haven't gotten the chance to actually drive it on the road yet, but that's what we're gonna do now. First drive. So as you can probably tell, this guard is not the best. I got it from the wreckers. It was repainted by a moron. And in addition to that as well, when Shane was trying to adjust the body gaps a little bit better, he noticed that this guard is also slightly bent. So that's why it doesn't line up properly. This guard, I just got really unlucky with, and it doesn't fit up properly. But again, it's as good as we're gonna get it. And from like 5 meters away, it looks perfect. So that's really all I can hope for. I've put a lot of effort into this car, and chances are it's probably not going to stick around on the channel, because there's a thing where if you spend more than you earn, you sort of go broke. And if I continue piling money into this thing, that's exactly what's going to happen. So this is basically where it ends for this thing. But of course, because it's solo Ks and it's a Commodore, you know it's just going to start, just like that. So the last time I drove this car, I had the old blown up airbag, like getting in the way of everything, and the bushes are completely flogged, but now it drives so nice. Considering how bad the damage was on this car, the alignment really isn't that bad, and this is an eyeball alignment. I mean, what can I say? It's a stock low kilometer Commodore. The only problem that this car has right now is a broken windscreen, as you can see there. Not sure why it's on this side, considering the damage was there, and the airbag light, which I need a Tech 2 for, and I don't have. Overall, like, this is the only automatic car that I own. I have 5 cars, and I really want to keep this thing as like a daily, but I just don't need it. Like, I'd love to find a reason for me to keep it, but I just have too many cars. I need to offload this to someone that's going to appreciate it and appreciate the effort that I've gone to make this car like drive this nice. I haven't floored it yet. I kind of want to floor it because I've got an Intec, which is this car's rival. So let's see. I'll put it in power mode. Look at that power. See that? Let's see the power of the Eco. You ready for this? Woo! Look at that. 30 k's an hour. It kind of moves, sort of.
It's not too bad.
I mean, for having 307 diff gears and a 4-speed auto, it's not bad. And the motor is smooth as butter. I mean, I'd sort of expect that with only 130,000 on the clock. But yeah, honestly, I can't fault how it drives.
Well guys, this is where the journey ends with the VT. As much as I'd like to keep this thing, I have too many other projects planned, and I'd rather this thing go to someone that will really appreciate this car. So thank you all for watching the series, and as always, I'll see you all in the next video.